Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you for the rest of the trading session here. And Joel, we're just seeing a reversal in the temporary trend that we've been seeing for the past few days, which is stocks that were strong for the past month and a half. Those have been weak, and stocks that were weak have been strong, and yet that trend reversed a couple of days ago, and then it reversed again today. The bank stocks, the airlines, cruise lines, all down today. Tech up today. So we're just seeing a reversal of the theme of the week, it seems like.
It's the Spencer Israel volatility indicator here. Whenever I get on the horn with you to prepare for our 340 show,
it does seem that way, doesn't it?
It seems like we do get some volatility here, and I mean, Trump can't announce that he's doing a press conference without the market losing 30 handles. I mean, come on. I mean, if they were looking for a reason to sell the market, a press conference tomorrow, I don't know. Confounded here. Got all the way up. We floated up to 30.65.5. That was the high. Off the open, we tested that pre-market low, but the pre-market buyers made a stand at 30.30. That's $2 above the pre-market low. Haven't quite got there yet, but if we can take that out, not seeing much on there until 30.14, but boy, oh boy, I got up to get a cup of coffee, and I came back in quite a different market. Going red here on the session. We'll see how we end up here in the next 20 minutes. Crude up 66 cents at 33.47. Gold peels back a little bit, but still up 40 at 17.50.40. Silver snuck over 18, but couldn't hold it at 17.92, still up 16.3 cents. Bitcoin up $310. Josh McHugh wants to know who's buying the dip in the airlines? Not me.
Not me.
Nope. But Spencer, let's go over some of the stocks that you wanted to cover.
Hold on. Let me send I need to send a different link. I guess we're broadcasting on a different link here. So let me just send a different link to the original broadcast. So give me 1 second. While I do that, Joel, I mean, let's just look at like the big tech here. I mean, they all reversed. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's look at social media stocks, because Trump is about to give a press conference where he's going to hammer Twitter and presumably Facebook and the rest of the bunch. So they're all weak here heading into the close.
Now, that's supposed to be in 20 minutes, right? That was supposed to be at 3:40. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's not out there yet. He's just holding one tomorrow on China. The dip was bought in those things. They went from basically opened up near their lows of the session and rallied. The only one that's still red is Facebook. That's down 350, but that rallied from 224 to 231.63. I mean, I don't know what to make of all this as far as what he's going to announce and what the sanctions are, what restrictions he's going to put on them. I see Ivan Feinseth thought there won't be anything. I don't know. I mean, I think you have to evaluate these stocks independent of that. Twitter's getting hit, got down to 31.32, rebounded, but how much of what he's going to do is going to hurt their business model? I don't know. It's just such an unknown. And so it's hard. I mean, these stocks have all had nice run. If they've hit your profit targets or your profit objectives, then go ahead and take chips off the table. But no way to predict what the knee-jerk reaction or the long-term reaction is going to be when and if he makes a speech before the close.
Yeah, so I guess the social media press conference is going to be today, and then the press conference on China will be tomorrow. And like you said, Joel, he can't even announce a press conference without the market just losing its composure. So I don't know what to make. We've been at a loss here. The trend just reversed from the past couple of days. So the banks are down, the airlines, the cruise lines are all down. Tech is up.
You know what I think? Just going back to what the whole China thing. Dennis made the point. The market's up here, right? So it's had a nice rally. So he's got some room to talk tough here, right?
Sure, for sure.
And say, hey, we're going to crack down on China, and even if the market pulls back, it still has nice gains. So the market's giving him some latitude here to be a little bit tougher on China. Just went red
Yeah.
on the session, down $1.75. We'll see what happens with the pre-market low. Looks like we're going to be there in a little bit. That's 30.28. Currently trading 30.33.
This is the second week in a row now that we've talked about a stock on our show, and that stock, and we wondered whether the stock could go up, and then this stock went up on news that day. Today was UPS. We talked about UPS this morning. We looked at the daily. We wondered why it wasn't participating here, and then lo and behold, a headline comes out at around noon today that UPS is going to start charging fees or adding fees to e-commerce orders. They're going to add fees to the likes of Amazon, Best Buy, etc., in light of high demand for their services. And the stock did pop on that headline. So we didn't know that was going to happen, but we were wondering whether UPS would participate. It's off the highs of the day here, but it did get a nice pop intraday.
Yeah, it did. It did. Up to 101.10. I think Mark was talking, Mark Chaikin, who was our guest this morning, he was talking a little bit negatively on it. Did get that news, but man, when you get a news pop like that and it fades, not a good thing.
Right.
Not a good
Good
thing.
point.
Now it's red on the session. So UPS, the pop off the news was faded. That's not a good sign. It's been struggling. Did make a recent high here, not the high of the rebound. Now that's closer to 105. Not much technically in here really for me to give you guys. I see the current low is 98.33. We're $1.20 away from that. Not much, just not much technically that I feel real confident to give you guys is a good level. Just take a look at FDX. They're having a good day. They are at their rebound high, so keep an eye on that. 130 was at 133.91, but it's backed off. But new high for the bounce. We are coming into the lows here, folks. We are coming in to test that pre-market low of 30.28. We just breached it by a tick. The old round tripper here after the Trump announces the press conference.
Yeah, actually, the UPS that move today reinforces what Mark was saying, because he was pretty bearish. And then that, like you said, Joel, when a stock gives back its gain on a pop like that so quickly, then that's not a good sign. So sort of reinforcing what Mark said. A big day on the earnings front here. We're going to get Costco and Salesforce after the close today. A number of tech names as well. OKTA is reporting. Let me get my list here. As is, there's a few others that are of note today. OKTA. Zscaler is interesting. Dell, but Salesforce and Costco are the big two, and then tomorrow morning we're going to get Canopy Growth. That's interesting as well. So,
all right, which one? Do you want to do a little technical, or do you want to? Okay,
let's take a look at Costco here. They're due. I think they usually report at around 4:20, but let me confirm that.
What are they? This, and I say this every time I pull this up. Just a tough chart. I'd say there's a lot of resistance in this thing. Between, well, you got an exact double top at just under 312, and then another high 313. So it's one of those things where it's going to be good numbers, right? Everyone went crazy shopping there in the last quarter. So it's going to be good. Will it be good enough to beat expectations? I would see on a pop what happens at 312. On the downside, you've been in a trading range here since the middle of April, and the bottom of that trading range has been 294.54. So another low at the 295.86 level. So 295, 312 going wide. Spoos are just falling out of bed here. They are not anticipating anything good coming out of Trump. Just smashed the pre-market low of 30.28. We got the 1950 trying to rebound. Canopy Growth, I know this hit 21 the other day and it stopped dead in its tracks. It took it out today. Looking for a good report here.
Pot is so hot right now.
Pot is hot. Uh, nice. I mean, 14 to 22. This has been one heck of a run. Going into the report, you had a gap up day in February, and that took the stock all the way to 23.90. I don't think we're going to see that. See a couple highs, 22.41. Have we hit that yet? Nope. That was your February 21st high. And then you get into the 23 handle. Man, if they don't like this report and they start to whack this, I think we'll find some buyers in here. Just people maybe that feel they missed the run in it or they're stuck short for support levels. Boy, this thing moved up very, very quickly. I would just look at the lows in yesterday, 1984, then your 2-day low at 1851.
Yeah, two things. One, I was off on 5 minutes. Costco is usually out at 4:15 after the
Mm-hmm.
close. And then with Canopy Growth, you look at a chart like this, and I'll pull up the weekly, and the first thing that jumps out is overhead supply, right? I mean,
Yeah,
there are
there is
so
some.
many people who are in from 40, 50, 55, 45, 30 that like you'd have to assume there's gonna be selling pressure. People just want to get out, want to get some of their money back.
Yeah, and then you also have, people that didn't get caught in that and that bought this thing, 14, 15, $16 area. $9 is where it got to in March. From the monthly levels, two monthly levels stick out, 23.90 and 25.97. So Sync can run, it gets a pop. I'd be looking at that 23.90. Of course, the high and the close from today's session looks like they're going to be pretty close to each other. So that'll be a good level going in to tomorrow's trading.
All right, let's do Salesforce, and then I want to get to some questions from the chat.
Salesforce.com knocking on the door, up 519, high of 184.80 today. Big old level here because, this is a new high for the rebound. They're looking for a good report here. 184.80 is your current high. Hit 183.02 and 183.30. So you have backed off. So you can now you still use that 183.30 as a minor area of resistance, but your better area now is today's high at 184.80, and above that 190. If you really want to get crazy on this thing, 189.98 was your high in February 25th.
Salesforce typically out at 405. William Pouncey could really use an opinion on AMD. Do you have one of those?
When
Do you have an opinion?
we talked to William this morning about this, and we told him to keep an eye on the high in the high from yesterday, 53.28, as well as the close from Tuesday as a potential resistance area. So, William, if you were listening and you went out there with offers at that area, you got done. You weren't feeling too good when it went to 53.54. But now at 51.50, just 25 cents off the low of the session, that wasn't a good number. So I don't know what else. I don't know what else to think or what else to tell you here. Your 2-day low comes in at 49.09.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, it's had a huge run, had the earnings. I mean, it's just looks tough. It looks like it's tired. It had the run up and then the sell off and then the run up, and then the sell off. So, get the market, that will go pretty good with the market. If we start to get a good decline in the market, to me, there's more downside in this one at 51.50, $52 than there is upside.
All right, so Trump is saying that he's going to direct the attorney generals to cooperate with states and enforce their own laws on social media companies. He's going to try to pursue legislation in addition to his executive order. Let me pull up a chart of Twitter here, see how it's reacting. But yeah, there's only so much he can do right now. There's not a lot that his EO can accomplish on its own.
Yeah, right
But
now.
like I said this morning, it can prompt further action, especially to the Communication Decency Act of '96. So you're seeing real weakness here. Wow, I'm actually a little bit surprised. I guess I shouldn't be.
Big old pop here. Hit that 1950 low. We're right back in 30.30. like I said, I mean that stuff is going to take a while to implement. I don't, if you're rushing out to sell that stock on, on Trump news, then that's your modus operandi. But I just don't
Hmm.
see, what
Interesting that you're not seeing the same. You're seeing a similar reaction in Pinterest here, but Snapchat is not moving. What about Facebook? Facebook is moving hard too. So Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, all in sympathy here. Snapchat seems relatively immune. What about Google? I mean, they're more diversified, but they've got YouTube. Google's
Google
moving
was
with it.
strong yesterday, a little bit strong today. Then we got to yesterday's low, was way up at 1440 on that rally. But Google has been, tighter for the $1,400 stock that it is. It's had a little bit tighter ranges and been a little bit more calm than the other. I guess they're not quite caught in the eye of the storm of the social media end of things, right? But I get their YouTube channel and whatnot. But no, Google's been strong in the storm of the social media attack from POTUS.
All right. So if the market is as sensitive, we haven't seen the market be this sensitive to Trump in a while, but if the market is as sensitive as it is today, then you'd have to assume that tomorrow it would be equally, if not more so, because tomorrow is going to be a more macro focused press conference. This is focused on a handful of companies here, right? So
He's going to
tomorrow
get tough.
he's going to get
So
tough on China. So I mean, if the market is spooked now when he's criticizing like three companies, then how's it going to be tomorrow when he's criticizing China? I mean, I feel like we should be prepared for some weakness tomorrow, and the market's preparing
uh,
for it right now.
it is. It is. It's already sold off. I mean, we'll see what. I mean, we've been getting a big run up overnight. A little bit more of a muted session overnight, but you got some levels to keep an eye on. I don't think we're going to see that high that we saw today at 30.6550. But what I
Wow.
will keep an eye on is that close from yesterday, 20 or 20. 30, 35 and a half. That's been the high close for the rebound. So we'll see. I'll use that. That's a minor resistance point because we traded it, up and through it so many
I
times.
just
So
pulled up a chart of the QQQ, just a 15-minute chart, and I mean, wow. So the obvious question now is this the momentum halter from what had been a very nice day for tech, and that momentum is just hit a wall right now.
well,
Um,
look at a turn in the market, and this is we are selling. We're 30 points basically off the intraday high. So I mean, this is a technical damage. But folks, we thought we had technical damage yesterday afternoon, right, or yesterday morning, and the S&P's rallied 100 points off the low from yesterday. So very hard, very, very, very hard to call this market. And do we know what time that press conference is tomorrow?
oh, I don't know. If anyone knows in the chat, drop it in there. I should know, but I do not know what time tomorrow. Let's see if I can find it real fast.
Okay.
I don't know the time. Um, I'm assuming it's going to be sometime midday,
Okay.
or maybe around the close, but I don't know. Sorry.
Well, I mean, maybe there'll be some leaks overnight to see what it is, but overall, I mean, just not a great day for the market. Only going to end up down modestly here. It looks like did make a new high for the this rebound at 30.65 and a half. Not much up there, folks. That was a area that we came down through pretty quickly in March. Closing right here around the 30.30 level. I keep an eye on 30.35 and a half tonight. That's been your high close of the rebound.
So yeah, so Trump is saying that he's going to try to get Congress to change or remove Section 230 in that law. That's the section that these companies, these social media companies, cling to for dear life because that exonerates them from what their users say, pretty much. So that will be a big deal if this gains momentum. Which again,
Trying to change the landscape of
obviously,
social media, trying to
yeah.
turn the clock back. Good
Look, I
luck on
mean,
that.
the fact that we have the legislation governing social media in this country was written 24 years ago. I think we're in need of an update regardless. But if this gains momentum, that could be a real game changer here. So, all right, we are closed now. Final tally for the day: S&P 500 closing down 0.21%. Was a good day before the final hour. Again, just seeing the final hour is really all that matters here, folks. So, all right, that'll be it for our show today. On tomorrow's Pre-Market Prep, we'll be joined by the man himself, Jason Raznick. I hope he has some stocks for us to buy or maybe sell. Please remember, all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a great rest of your Thursday, and good luck and stay safe.
Okay.
We on. Okay.